So you're overwhelmed as a web developer 2025. You're spread thin, you got a lot of technologies you're juggling, you're not having success learning development, getting a job, or even just getting an interview, by the way. And you're just trying to figure out, right, can you help me out? What can I do to position myself in 2025 to be a good web developer? Is there a roadmap I can follow to be successful? Well, I got 3 things in this video I'm gonna cover to kind of put you in a position to be successful and get you started. Let me explain. All right, guys, before we jump into the technical aspect of this, let's just talk about one thing you need to do before you even get started. Number 1 is commitment. I need at least 1 year commitment from you before you start to pursue a web development as a career and start this roadmap I'm presenting to you guys. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to become a developer in the next 2 weeks if you've never done any web development. I'm sorry, I know the get rich quick people told you that. That's not going to happen. But if you position yourself, concentrate, really focus in about a year, you can put yourself in a position to win. Not that you can't do it sooner, and a lot of you guys have already been doing it. You're already on your journey. You just need to focus in and really put yourself in a position for a couple of days, 90 days or so, and you can get that first web development job. You just got to know what to do, need that roadmap to actually get started. So 1 year commitment before you really start to see any kind of improvements in your career. And again, it don't have to be 1 year, but I at least need that 1 year commitment, because at the end of the day, I don't care what you do after this, you can still leverage these web development skills for any other career that you pursue. So you're not wasting your time, and it's going to really put you in position so that you can get started as a web development. But what I need you guys to do, share your experience below in the comment section. What have you been doing so far and been struggling to become a web development? Is it the learning side of things, the interview? What has been tripping you up? And why haven't you became the web development that you want? And even if you are a web developer, you may be unhappy with your current situation. Share that as well. We want to hear all aspects, because we want to get a roadmap that's going to allow you guys to thrive whatever career that you guys want. So go ahead, let's go ahead and have a conversation in the comments. All right, let's lean towards the technical side a little bit. What I need you guys to do at the end of the day, focus in on certain technologies. I need you to do 2 things. Pick an ecosystem that you're going to work in, and pick an industry that you're going to work in. The ecosystem, a tech ecosystem, ERP ecosystem, at least the top 10 players, or at least the top 10. The top 3 is SAP, Oracle, and Microsoft when it comes to ERP software development world. And anybody in the top 10 would actually work as well. Workday, any other solutions as well, Salesforce, a lot of options out there. And most of you guys may think, right, there's a lot of options out there. I know. That's why I need you guys to focus in on just the ecosystem and the industry that you need to get started. What industry? Start with manufacturing, start with e-commerce, start with financials. Regardless, I just need you to pick a niche and get started. This is going to help you down the line as I create that roadmap for you to really put you in a position to focus, become valuable, and kind of go from there. Let me give you an example. You got 2 developers, one with 7 years experience, one with 5. The one with 7 years experience may have a homegrown system that's best of breed, got a lot of different technology, a lot of custom stuff, and they've been doing that for 7 years. Really high-end rockstar developer. Other side, you have a 5-year developer, Microsoft Dynamics. As a developer there, working on finance and operations, and been doing that. Really good developer, solid developer, really good resume. They both applied to a job, a Microsoft 365 job for finance and development. And that hiring manager is looking at both of those resumes. As far as just all the boxes checked off, everything looks good. And everything's gonna actually work out regardless. You basically got to pick which one you want to work with. Which one you think they're gonna pick? The one that's niche to what they are looking for. Even though the other one have 7 years experience, this Microsoft Dynamics 365 developer, all things even, is going to get that job, even though that developer got less experience. That's where I want you guys to be. Even though you're a struggling developer, you niche down. Your resume looks good. You got that particular software development stack ecosystem on your resume. You can speak to that. you're gonna be in a position to win, guys. That's where I want you. We talk about all this in our 7-step guide. I can't go into all the details on this video, but at the end of the day, your project's got to reflect this, and I want you guys to go check that out. And if you haven't already, links are below to that free 7-step guide. So go ahead and pick that up, guys. And we kind of talk about all the details about the ecosystems and give you more details than I gave you on this video. And if you already signed up for that 7-step guide, go ahead and check out my 90-day developer course, guys. It's really going to put you in a position to be that web developer you want to be, and put you in a position and a roadmap that's going to allow you to be the developer that you want to be at the fastest possible rate. So got some good rates on that. Go ahead and pick that up. Why rates are great. And I'll see you guys in the next course. Last but not least, let's talk about projects. Projects are one of those things that's very important to make a good developer a great developer. But not just projects. I want you guys to start with the smaller projects. You're working with Office 365, Dynamics 365, Finance and Operations. I need you guys to create me a new field in the purchaser field as far as just referrals. And I need you guys to do that. What that does for you is a very small project. And most of us, given the amount of time, we can do that. But what that exposes you to, the database layer, the view, the business process of actually taking in orders and being able to know when, who and when put in that value, and ways to automate that in the future when it comes to certain references as well. A lot of things just from that one small project, you can expand upon each of those as you learn more about the system, as you do more and more for that client, and you're documenting this along the way. So you got future project. Hey, I had that view that I worked in, I did that field years ago. I can go to that same view, plug in more values, or make that view run faster because I know everybody in the company use that view. That's the kind of information that's going to separate you from other developers and make you a little bit more marketable, and really put you in a position so that you could be AI proof in the future and be more of a higher value proposition than other developers who just look at it purely from a technical aspect, guys. It's the technical knowledge is key for us developers, but we got to understand AI is coming. AI is a threat. If that's all you got is technical knowledge, your job is not going to be around very long. What makes you stand out? Having those dynamic skills in addition to software development, to know the business process, the troubleshooting, the SDLC, and many, many more problems that you can solve with the information, not just you can get from a structured website. This is industry knowledge. This is domain knowledge I'm talking about, guys. And that's what sets you apart. And you add that to just solving problems more and more and more. That's when you become a high-level rock star developer. I can sit here and beat on this point all day long, but at the end of the day, guys, I can only cover so much in this video, and I want you guys to really put yourself in a position to have that roadmap as a web developer. So if you haven't already, links below to that 7-step guide. And if you already got that 7-step guide, go check out my 90-day developer course while we got good rates. Go ahead and check that out. Links below to both in the description box. If you have questions, if you have comments, ask the questions, comment below. Let's have a conversation. Like, subscribe to the content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.